back to Are You Smarter Than a Libertarian? I'm your host, Jeff Metric, and today we're tackling a question that's fundamental to debates about freedom, responsibility, and of course, who puts the bill for that Netflix subscription? Stay tuned. We're talking about the burden of proof. Oh, so important principle about who is responsible for proving or justifying their claims, demands, or accusations. If you've ever found yourself in an argument about taxes, government regulations, or who ate the last donut at the office, this episode is for you. So buckle in, because if you can prove your point, that's half the battle. If you can't, then get ready to have your beliefs dethroned. In everyday arguments, burden of proof sounds a bit technical, but it's really straightforward. Think of it like an invisible hot potato. If you claim something is true, like the government should ban sugar altogether, you're the one holding the hot potato. It's your job to demonstrate why that ban is necessary, how it should be implemented, and what it will accomplish. Libertarians such as myself love to talk about the burden of proof when it comes to new laws, regulations, or restrictions. And you may be asking why. Because the guiding principle is simple. You want more rules that limit personal freedom? Prove they're absolutely necessary. And sometimes necessary is a very high bar. It is like beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. 99.99999%. But hey, if you can prove it, more power to you. If not, maybe the problem isn't the sugar, it's your sweet tooth. Now, the burden of proof matters because it forces us to provide evidence, logic, and reasoning behind our claims. It's a check on our biases, like that friend who calls you out when you say pineapples obviously belong on pizza. And by the way, for me personally, they absolutely do. But I'll let you decide if I've met the burden of proof. They're great. They complement the richness of the cheese they cut through it. It's beautiful. But back to the topic. Without a burden of proof, society could be swayed by any claim. Ban all cars because they smell funny. Or let's pass a law requiring everyone to wear neon suits to improve city aesthetics. Now, this might sound ridiculous or weirdly fashionable if you're one of the avant-garde people. But if no one has to prove anything, we could end up with absurd rules that infringe on personal freedom for no real good reasons. Now, let's talk about some scenarios. And here's scenario one. You say, we must ban roller skates to reduce hospital visits. A libertarian such as myself might ask, are you sure roller skates cause that many injuries? Did you compare them to other activities? Have you factored in the benefits of roller skating, like exercise, fun, and the glorious 80s vibe we get? If your only evidence is I stubbed my toe once at the rink, well, that doesn't exactly stand up in a libertarian court. It doesn't stand up in any court of law, let's be real. The burden of proof says you need real data, logical argument, and maybe a sassy YouTube blog from your local roller derby team showing that, hey, they're fine without a ban. Now, let's go on to scenario two. This is a crazy one. You demand everyone should wear matching pajamas after 6 p.m. every Sunday to foster social cohesion. Yikes. Cozy, but controlling. Prove to me that this significantly increases productivity, unity, or happiness, or else it's an infringement upon my right to lounge in an old pair of sweatpants with pizza stains. To be honest, I'd probably wear matching PJs if they look really cool. But forcing me, you better bring charts, graphs, and testimonials from the PJ Council of America. So, the moral of these two stories, just because your mom thinks it's a great idea doesn't mean the rest of us want to hold matching pillow fights every Sunday. At least you got to show us the receipts first. Now let's see how the burden of proof plays out in the real world. We had fun with the absurd. Now let's move on to the real world. Legislators and lobbyists constantly propose new laws and regulations. A libertarian approach says, fine, but prove to us that these laws will do more good than harm. Show us scientific studies, economic analysis, and real-world examples. That's all we ask for. We don't want anecdotal evidence, and we don't want your feelings. If someone wants to raise taxes to fund a project, someone like me would say, all right, why is this the best solution? How will the money be used? Are there alternative methods? Where's the proof that this benefit outweighs the cost? Is it really a greater good, or is it to line someone's pockets? This doesn't mean libertarians never want any laws. It simply means that without justification, proposals end up in the seriously, no thanks pile. I'm going to be good. But if that burden of proof can be met, why risk losing any amount of freedom over a half-baked idea, which we have a lot of? One of the big misconceptions is that demanding proof for every new rule is about being stubborn. No, it's not. But it's not about being an obstructionist. It's about being rational. If you have strong evidence, libertarians are more than happy to discuss potential solutions. In fact, rational debate helps refine ideas and make them stronger, but we don't want to have that. We want to go, everyone jumps to emotions and in their feelings, being like, oh, my feelings are hurt because the facts don't agree with me. Well, guess what? Facts don't agree with you. But if you're not willing to put in the work to justify your claim, don't expect people to value freedom to say, sure, infringe away. As I value freedom, I don't want my rights infringed. Present empirical evidence. So there you have it, the burden of proof in a nutshell. Next time you're at a debate tournament, a city council meeting, or just bickering with friends, or if you're on TikTok or X and someone says something outlandish, have them show the evidence. Bring the receipts. We want proof. But without proof, it didn't happen. It's only your word. So they've got to show their work and prove their evidence to prove that that this want is truly a necessary and not just a want. Now, if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash the like button after you prove to me that it's a good idea, of course. And subscribe for more freedom-minded content right here on Are You Smarter Than a Libertarian? Thank you for tuning in today to Are You Smarter Than a Libertarian? New videos drop every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Until Monday, remember, stay free, stay informed, stay accountable. Have a great day.